Righto, good day, good day, good day. I'll let a few people get in before I get started. Lovely here in Bondi. Westerly winds, which is offshore. 20, 25, 26, I reckon. And yeah, I'm hopeful to get things done so I can go for a quick little fish while I get a chance. All right, let me pop this little pop out chat. There we go. We are rolling. Excellent. Hey, look, feel free to share this around with any friends, family, groups, whatever. It's free, completely free. And it's showing a good scan through the perpetual contracts that we have here on FTX. Of course, this is brought to you by FTX. And if you haven't got an FTX account, you're a mad dog. It's the platform that I use I use it more than anything else, really. Great orders. If you want to see how to use the order systems, in the description below, you'll see how to go long, how to go short, all that sort of stuff. You'll also see a 10% discount on your trading fees should you not have an account already. So, g'day everybody. Let's get ourselves started. A few people in here. It'll pick up as we go. And yeah, it's been a pretty interesting day yesterday, right? So let's just zoom in here a little bit on Bitcoin. We've had a pretty decent day, 4.62%. And let me show you something that I don't often do. Is it that one? No, where is it? No, where's the bloody... Oh, I think I can just type in... No. God damn it. I'm trying to find my... Is that the indicator one? No. What am I doing? Yeah, it usually shows... Oh, it's that one. Okay. I want to search. No. Oh, why is this so difficult for me? Why am I so special right now? No, go away. I want to get the indicators. No. Why can't I find it? I found it before. There it is. Yeah, got it. Rightio. Crazy. Okay. I don't use average true range for my trading. All right. What I did look at today, earlier when I do my scan 5 days a week in live trading floor with members and whatnot, was this candle looks really big. It's not. I mean, it's 4.62%. So yeah, it moved, but it's nothing crazy, Bitcoin's average true range has dipped. Look, I wanted to go back to that run that we had in 2019, May or April through to July sort of thing, which is here. Have a look at how it just picked up and we went, average true range, which is the distance between the high and the low of the day, how much it moves throughout the day. Look at how it increased. Now look where we are. So at one stage we were, $1,000 a day as our average true range. Of course, these big candles drove it really high. But if you have a look through here, where we are right now, it's on the lower side. It's on the lower side of volatility, and we can see why. We haven't had a great deal go on. Sure, we had a quick shot up and a quick shot down, but everything else has been kind of wibbly wobbly, pretty average there. So I'm going to get rid of that. I just looked at it this morning to see if there was anything that I could gain from that or gather. Not really. It just shows that a bit of volatility does certainly make Bitcoin look a lot more interesting, and we haven't had a great deal of action for a while. Of course, we did see some really good moves on alts throughout this period, and I have seen some good shorts yesterday, which we'll cover as well in just a moment. When I say cover the shorts, I don't mean buy them back. See what I did there? Cover your shorts? No. Okay, enough of that. So let's go to the weekly. Bullish candle broke the high last week. You little ripper. Straight away, last week we just went, yep, let's go. Boom, up we went. We moved. It wasn't radical, wasn't out of control. It wasn't anything too wild. It was just sort of chugga. Ooh, here we go. And then it went blah, blah, blah. Ooh. And this has been the start of the week for us. So very little going on there as far as anything bullish. Now, this trend still looks good. Markets don't always just go whoop, straight up in the air. We can experience a little bit of hoo-ha before we get the yee-ha, That makes perfect sense, of course. Bearish right there. We're down 4% so far on the week. It's now Tuesday, so only 2 days in. And it still looks strong to me. Unless we break down through these lows, it still looks good as gold. Just want to make sure that you were clear on that. Now, what I've been hoping for, look, there's two things. One was the break above here, above the high of that candle. 11,200, we'll call it round number. But I did want to see a higher low. I didn't have to be this deep, okay? But a higher low, why? Because then it will give us a very clear run where we'll see a higher low, and if we break that level, a higher high. Therefore, weekly trend, tick. Have to break that level. We'll be moving away nicely based on the weekly chart. Daily chart, tick. We'll have the daily also in agreement, and then as we go down through the time frames, we'll have all of these other options available for trading long. Get it? Multiple time frame analysis increases probability of success with the strategies that I use. So I'm hopeful we don't see the lows break here. I'm hopeful we see it go boo, grind back up and a little bit further on to get through here. Hopefully we see that. But hope is not a strategy. So for Bitcoin, on the 4 hour, that's the higher time frame, bigger picture perspective view that I want to give. Squiggle down, jump into here. What do we got in the 4? Lower high, lower low. Yes, we do indeed. We have a downtrend. Now, would I be open to shorting this downtrend? Well, let's have a look at the 8 hour. Do I have 2 time frames in agreement? Kind of, yeah. A little bit of a lower high. Moving averages are in the correct order. It's got to pull back in a bit deeper, at which point I can assess it. Nothing is sort of, I suppose, nothing is sort of standing out to me right now. G'day, Kylie and Dan, and everybody else. It's not standing out for any trades right now. Not cradles anyway. There's nothing there at all as far as cradles go. Now, across that top 10, we do have some nice downtrends. These little red buttons here represent opportunities. They're my watch list. So let's go ahead now and get stuck into the full scan of our perpetual list. Ethereum. Let's start at the daily. There's a high, low. There's no daily downtrend. The weekly is still in that cradle zone. It's just a little bit messy, all right? Come to the 4. Lower high, low, lower high, low. A pullback, excuse me, into 355.68 thereabouts is what I'm after. Yeah, lots of bing boing bangs, lots of noises today. Not too keen on the 2 hour here. It's really the 4. Look, the reason I haven't got this in the watch list at the moment is because it's still got a bit of work to do, It's got to go up into here. I want it. The only short that I'd take here as a cradle on Ethereum would be if we do get a test right back into the. Now I think that might be 50% too. Just if I have a sticky beat here, let's have a look. No, not quite. But either way, that's what I'm looking for. Not on the list right now. Cardano yesterday. Now this is a great looking trend. Why? Well, it starts at the daily. Daily, lower high, lower low. Lower high, lower low. We do have divergence on these lows, but I'm not looking to trade it on the daily. I'm looking to see if I can get options on the 4 hour here. Lower high, low, pull back in beautifully. Here was a trade that a number of people in my community took yesterday, which I think is the highest reward. Look, back into the old resistance. Old support acted as resistance. Little bearish candle. Let's have a little sticky beat here. I just want to do this for my own. So you would have got stopped out there as it made a lower high, sorry, higher low, higher high. So what's that come to? Oh, 10 to 1. Yeah, wow. So that means, risk $100, make $1,000. If you scale out, you're still looking at 550 on something like that. Good effort. So there'll be a bunch of people that are happy in the community right now. Right now for me, look, I'm more than happy to trade Cardano short. No problem at all. It's just got to pull back up into here. That's why it's in my list. All right. I'm just going to leave my list. I'm going to leave it red because it's already there. I'm going to add to it or take away from it as we go. I really like Algorand as a trend. It just looks superb. We've got a lower high, lower low. Look at how it's just just going for a stroll, just strolling along. Can I get to 25 cents? You betcha. I don't see any reason not to. We are also convergent on that daily, offering up just a wonderful looking chart there. Look, in, move, in, move, in. Check the 2 hour. Oh! Bit of a bugger on that one, and the reason being is high or low into the... I just don't like that chart structure. I'll wait for that in the 4. It does look superb. Let's see if I can get some fibs in here to just tidy up a little bit of a plan for me. I don't like to think. I do like to have things laid out and planned before I do anything. Not quite. So, oops. I'm going to get rid of both of those. It's in the list for a simple reason. I want to pull back into the cradle. It's not there yet. Alt perp. Too much of a straight up waterfall. Waterfall sell-offs, not interested. Right, let's whack that level in there. Support, resistance, support, support. Boom, boom, boom. Pull back up. Well, that's the trade. That's the trade. I'm going to pop that in. That's as simple as that for me. Nothing else. I'm going to throw that up actually on my 4 hour here because that's where I'm going to be looking for the trade. So I've just noticed through there, support and resistance. I'll throw that in the 4. A pull back into $4.52, thereabouts, into that region, would be the trade for me. It's not there yet. It's got a bit of work to do, but it's such a nice looking chart with good convergence on the higher time frames that for me, I'm willing to have that in because it might even be tomorrow morning or 10 o'clock tonight, something like that. Either way, I'm willing. Bitcoin Cash, it's the ugly duckling, right? It's back into that range. I'm struggling a lot. Not enough of a pullback there to warrant any potential trading opportunities. The 2 hours is going to be a mess. It is. If it pulled back up into there, would I want it? Look, probably not. We've got some support regions through there. We've got some support coming up down. The support down here on the daily is not as much of a big deal. The cyclicity is just not great. You know, I like to trade really nice, clean, clear charts, and you know. As I didn't take BSV short, as I didn't take Cardano short, as I didn't take Comp Perp short yesterday, I know that I can't be influenced by what I didn't do. I've got to focus on the next trade being flawless. I haven't had a trade for a little while, and I would like to, but I'm not going to push it. I'm only going to take the best, right? The best of the best. 12 hour, messy downtrend, it's there. Step out, step back, step in to the 4. What have we here? Resistance, boom, boom, boom. Support, boom, boom, boom. Pull back up into there. Possible opportunity on the 4, maybe even on the 8. It's not massively sexy. It's not quite. So I'm going to move on. BSV. Happy to trade BSV for the time being. Let's just quickly look at this daily. It's kind of sitting on a little bit right there. It's sold off. This was the one that one of the ones from yesterday on my list for my members. Look at that. Beautiful. You know, we're looking for the cradle zone, the moving averages in the right direction, good convergence, small bearish candle. That's, go through your checklist if you need to, but another little ripper. People still in, stock will be there, and potential for bigger profits to come. And a number of them did take that. On the 2 hour, nah, not interested. On the 4 hour, it's so far out from where it needs to be for me to trade it. I'm actually going to take it out of this. See, I don't want a list that's overly cluttered. I want to have something nice and clean. That level's been tested well twice. Nothing there on Bitmax. Just a little bit of a funky looking chart. No interest from me. Doge, do not mind this. And it starts from our daily. Resistance. Boo! Back in. Support. Bang, 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 bang. We've broken down. It is divergent. All right, on that daily. It is divergent. I'll say that. It's divergent on the 4 hour as well. So we got divergence on the daily. But hey, I'm actually watching this on, say, the 4. I'll pull back. It's got to be clean, though. Into that level. It's not looking as nice as I'd like it to. You know what? With the options that I've already seen in in Algo, ADA, Atom, whatnot, I think I'm actually going to take that out. Just retire that for a second. Might come back into the list later. Dragon's got a little bit of no thank you down there, and that no thank you stands for support. Oops. You know, down around these levels, I'm not that keen. The chart structure's not great. I can leave that. EOS. Right, speaking of support, what have we here? Nothing to be concerned about. Rightio. how about we drag that up and we look at that? Because there is support right there. Yes, okay, so that can't be ignored. There's now one test here, two tests there. Two tests underneath is the floor which supports us walking. Therefore, I need to have one-to-one before that level, okay? Flick that out. Boom, 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 boom. So I don't forget it, I call it a reference point. What I do like the lower high, lower high, lower low. I don't mind the support being there, but it's got to pull back up into here. Into that cradle zone, so I actually, have plenty of room for one-to-one before that support comes up. Let's look at the 8 again. Look, it's a long way from Kansas. I don't think I can willingly put that in right now. I think it's got a little bit more work to do. Oh, no, don't like that sort of action. That's called slippage town. Exchange perp. Again, I when I'm looking at shorts at the moment, I really want to have either absolute perfection in cyclicity or both cyclicity and daily trend. But preference goes to daily trend. That's why BSV was on the list. That's why Cardano was on the list yesterday, and that's why Comp was also on the list. Exchange perp, it ain't gonna cut it. Nor is Horby. Again, just not that clarity of trend. It's just not clear enough. I want to take the best trades. The best trades exist when the charts are nice and clean and clear. Leo, Messi, Link. Okay, this is nice. Why is it already in the list? Lower high, lower low. We've got a lower low. We've also got convergence on those lows. Look at that. Beautiful MACD. My charts are really clean because I know what I'm doing. Not to be arrogant. I mean, maybe that was arrogant. It was not meant to be. It's just I've been doing this a long time, and I just don't see. I've taken a lot off my charts. Generally you start with a heap of stuff on there, and the longer you trade, the more you get used to understanding what's important, the more stuff comes away, and you can read it much more clearly. And that's why I don't have a lot of stuff on my charts. I often get asked, well, why don't you use this and this and this? Chances are I have, and I just didn't get any benefit from it. Right, so this is a plan. Double fibs in, pull back to 950, thereabouts, into this double fib. Little cradle, yeah, happy days. Good convergence on the 4, good convergence on the 8. I will wait until I get exactly what I want there. There's nothing too dramatic. It's already been broken. There's nothing too dramatic there as far as any reasons not to trade there. Oh, by the way, if it doesn't pull back into there and it goes deeper, $10 is the spot, and I'll look at the higher time frames like the 12 and whatnot. But because we're not there, first port of call is going to be the 4 hour, and it's going to stay in the list for that reason. Litecoin didn't have a waterfall moment. Bam, straight down onto what? Nothing. Get rid of that. Yeah, probably. No, I'll leave that there. It's got more work to do, guys. I'll get rid of that too. Yep, not interested. Matic, high, lows, lower low, no trend, no shirt, no chance. I'm always looking for any areas of potential support when I'm looking at shorts. It's not the strongest level. There's a little bit of something there. I just want to make sure if I'm going to short, I'm not shorting into something that's, heavy in the way of getting through. Damn. Mid perp. Let's look at the 8 hour, get some more clarity. The trend is there. There is convergence on that low to that low. Oh, look, it's another one of these. Well, look, I could have a lot more in my watch list, but it's more so about having potential charts that are setting up. It's got a fair bit of boogieing to do to get back up into here, so I'm going to pass on it. OKB, very messy up here, undecided, not clear, not interesting. Shit perp. Again, that trend does not have that cyclicity that I like to have. Tomo. No, Messi. It's just the thing with Tomo is this, right? This is a potential higher low. We break up through this, we got a higher high. If it starts to get going with a bit of hoo-ha, a bit of gusto, a bit of enthusiasm, then I'll pony up and ride that all the way to the bank. But whilst it's still messy and a bit, yeah, not quite sure. Whilst a bit, hey, how you doing? Nah, not worth getting on the bull. One beer down. All right, you only do that dumb stuff when you've got a free ride, right? When you know you're invisible or invincible. No, trend decent. Pullback, it needs to be deeper. No, see that sigh that I do there? That tells me it's not clear enough on the 2, which sends me to the 4. And to the 4 I say no, because the 8 is not clear enough. Again, Tron, nah, I'll leave you there. Support, sitting on it. XRP. Nothing lower. No, not interested there either. This chart I love. Why? Support, boom, boom, boom. Breakdown. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. You beauty. Really good 11% down day yesterday. Some serious momentum being carried through here. Could it go further? You bet. Yeah, we're trading trends. We're not hoping for, for bigger moves. Oh, and here's the other thing as well. I didn't trade Sunday because I have a life. I don't. I just didn't trade Sunday. Lower high, lower low, pulling back in. Look at that little doozy. 6 p.m. Sunday evening. That is a standout trade. And that is what I'm trying to replicate. But I'm trying to replicate it right in here. I want to see it pull back in. I'm not interested on the 2 at this stage. It is a 4-hour or burn. 8-hour. Look, the 8-hour could be good, but for the time being, it's that 4-hour that I'm waiting for that pullback. Because look at the cyclicity. This is what I talk about when I look at cyclicity. Beautiful, clean, smooth flowing trends. That's about as textbook as it gets for a short. Now, I'll tell you, this is not hindsight trading. I didn't trade that. I did not take that. I was not there. But I'm waiting for something like that to get that mental snapshot in your head. I want that. Back up. Nice and cruisy. Let's get a couple more up into there. And tomorrow morning I go, oh, look at that. It's an obvious trade. I'm after obvious trades. Especially now it's broken that support. What a ripper. Priv, no. Sitting down around some support. Not a great downtrend on the 4. Theta holding its ground. Better than many. But nothing to work with. Why? DeFi. It's not the most amazing trend I've ever seen, I've got to be honest. 2,000, I've just noticed, is a nice big fat round number right there. DeFi, fo-fum. There's not too much else happening around 2,000. I think I'm just going to let that sit in the pot for a little longer. Let those spuds get a little bit softer before I make mash. Give it some time. Here's one from yesterday that I am stalking again today. Lower high, lower low, boom, boom. Down we go. Check it out here. Boom, boom. This level through here. Ha, 1, ha, 2. Resistance. Support. Yay. Then, 2 hour. Back in. I looked at this. I wrote down my entry was to be 144.75. My stop was to be 146.00. I got the size written down here. I got everything written down there, but I made a decision not to raise that order. I've assessed that. I'm happy with it. But again, a little bearish candle right there. Beauty. Good profit. You'll be out now, but you'll be out with money in your pocket. All right. So a little beauty. Happy, happy. Right now, however, can't trade on yesterday. Can only trade on today. What am I doing? I'm watching that. Ultimately, I'd like to see it pull back in a little bit further. But if that closes even like that, it's still a bearish candle. I know it's green, but what you've got to understand is the journey of the candle. It was all the way up here, and for some reason it went back down to here. Still got 2 hours 34. I would love to see this push up in a little bit deeper and then give me my cradle candle. That 8 hours just beautiful. The whole thing. It's again, I focus on that really clean chart structure, and then wait for the trades, and then 9 times out of 10 I'll take them. Didn't on yesterday's 2 hour, but that's okay. Again, beautiful trend. Pull back in. Nice little move. Didn't take that. Not looking to. 2 hour here. Pretty weak. I wouldn't mind seeing it pull back in a bit deeper. Again, I could put this in the list. There's so many. I'm not, because it's not close enough just yet. And the chart structure, albeit good, I want to see a little bit more move back up into there. Actually, what am I talking about? When I start my day in the morning, the first thing I do is go straight to my watch list, because some of those, you might get it, bam, and it's there and it's ready and you can get it. You can get stuck in. Other times, I'll do it there's nothing there. But even though it's not right there right now, I'm going to chock-a-block this watch list up just in case tomorrow morning it comes around and it looks super. I don't want to miss it, Divergent on those lows, that rules that out on the 4. I'll kill off swipe. Pax. Gold. Ooh, hello. Interesting. Bitcoin sells off, gold sells off. It's a bit chattery. No trend for quite a while. I want that market. I don't want that one. So I can go straight past that. V-chain. That daily's a bit, hey, how you doing? The 4 hour, although there's a lower high, it's not tickling my fancy. It's still very... when you compare something like the trend on Kyber here, right? Look at that. This is what I talk about when I say cyclicity. It's like Tarzan swinging from the trees or the vines. Go and have a look at V-chain. Sure, there's a lower high, but yeah, yuck. Nah. I want to eat a pie that's not falling on the floor, please. What have I got down there? Oh, yes, a little bit there. Lower high, lower low, pulling back. Yeah. Daily. Ugh. Geez, that's an excitable little fellow, isn't it? Look at that. This is a daily chart. 50, 35. Wow. This puppy gets going. Do I want anything to do with that at the moment? No. Not right now. Maybe later. Dot the whale. 2. Little bit sketchy on the 2. Not too keen on the 4. Will leave. Sol. It's very confused. MTA. Also very confused. Ball. Well, it's definitely falling. Let's go to the 8. See what that looks like. Stretched out, the 8 doesn't look too bad. Look, it's got a lot of work to do. It's got to get back up into a realistic point of which I can sell, which is in that cradle zone. And for the time being, nah, I can leave that. Thorchain. It's definitely got momentum, doesn't it? I think the 8 kills this. No, I think wrong. I just can't pinpoint something about this I don't love. I think it might just be that if I take into account the clear lower highs, that's this. The clear lower low is really this and this. I wouldn't say that's a clear lower low because I wouldn't say that's a clear lower high. So I'd say it's divergent, and it's not good enough. So I'll just move on. Maker again. It doesn't look like it knows what it wants to do. The trend's not solid. Whatever this thing is, DMM, a little bit wishy-washy. Not the right sort of chart structure. This sort of candle doesn't interest me at all. Those sorts of candles are a bit scary. Oh, back to the top. Let's hit the list and let's see what we've ended up with. Perp. That 4 hour could be a goer in a couple of hours. I'm going to keep an eye on that and see if anything eventuates there. That's the first one. We'll go to Cardano. Pull back in a bit deeper there, Charlie Brown. 4 hour. Want that as a potential trade. If I come here to the 2, you're going to see a higher low. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want it to come back in a little bit further there. Ultimately, something back in, something like that, right? I'm just going to pop that in to give me a reference as to where I want that trade to set up. Back into there would be good. Even in halfway, fine. Link, well, plan is in motion right now. Get me up into here. Get me a bearish candle, and I'll get myself short. Tezos, same thing. Pull back up into here, please, my darling. Give me a small bearish candle and I will participate. On the datum. What have we got here? Did I miss? No, Tezos is up there. Atom. Yep, that's the one. Get me up into there. Get me a bearish candle and I shall feed. Until then, I shall wait. And Kyber, love a little trend. It's got to come up. So ultimately, guys, if the market continues to fall, the only option really is probably comp that I'm seeing anyway. My personal choice around trading cradles. But there's a lot more. If we do see a little squirt to the upside and get us into that cradle zone, there's a heck of a lot out there that's available. And the whole of this list really could probably be scanned again at that point. The top charts based on multiple time frame analysis and cyclicity, well, you see them here. I just went through them. I hope you're well. Thank you. Oh, like it. And then subscribe to it. And then share. Share. Helps me, help you, makes it good. Have a great day. I'm going to go fishing. I hope. I'll let you know how I go. Ciao for now.